Here we go. What's up, guys? So we are live from Lake U. I'm gonna in Central Florida. If you guys can hear me, hopefully you can. Need to wash that live well out, probably. Just doing a little offshore fishing. Just got a pretty decent one, not a 4.9. So I haven't been live in a while. Came out here because I had some motor issues, but I think I got it figured out. This is a deep, clear, grassy lake right on the highway. Major highway, and right in the middle of Orlando. Good Lord, there's so much bait over here too. Look at that, guys. The bait's sitting high too. 6 to 8 feet. So I just came out here, smaller lake. Like I said, my motor was hot, sounded strange yesterday when I put in a popka, and I was concerned because the water's super low, and I think I was pretty much idling out in mud. You can't tell if you're on the bottom. Your motor just will roll right through that stuff. Probably got 2-3 feet of mud. So then it wouldn't start. So I figured it out. Something got popped out, the water flow. So I just came out here, make sure everything was okay, catch us a couple fish. Dragging a worm around. I missed one, I caught one, then I just caught another one, so rolled through a couple baits. Make sure the volume's working. Sometimes it doesn't work on this mic. Got anybody in? Hey, let me know if you guys can hear me, if you would, and make a comment so I know you're there. But sometimes this audio needs me to unplug a couple times. Just let me know. Hit that like. Thanks, John. Appreciate you, buddy. Just out here fishing Lake Underhill in Central Florida, running right here in the middle of Orlando. had some motor problems yesterday, so wanted to stay close to home. And on a relatively small lake, so that I didn't get so far on the trolling motor that it was a hassle getting back. But plugged it in. I flushed it out yesterday, ran it. It sounded okay. It kind of looked like water maybe coming out of places I didn't want it to, but I wasn't completely sure if those ears were kind of pushing that water up. So, and then if you don't have the hose tight, should do a video on that. Where your motor pees, you can pull that nozzle out and plug a hose right into it. The good thing is it was clear, it was clean, so no issues there, I don't think. And I think that that pipe that pulls that water pushes out of the motor, and wherever either it's flowing in or flowing out, that hose popped off for some reason, probably because I was dredging through mud. And super shallow out there, guys. If you go out there, be careful. Super shallow. The past week, I think it's been a week, maybe over a week since I've been out there. It's dropped a lot. So it happened going out, and then I questioned whether I let the boat run in at the ramp, and I normally don't do that there, and I did because I hadn't. I'm not sure why I did that, but I just figured I let the motor run a little bit. And then I was thinking maybe I sucked a lot of mud in because it's really muddy and shallow right there at the ramp. So I figured I probably stopped it up or something, but it sounds like that. But what ended up happening is that pipe popped off, and that water was going through the motor, and it was just shooting into the casing. And I think the noise I was hearing was that water around the hot engine sizzling. So I turned it off, couldn't get it started again, and then fished around and got it started, but it didn't sound right. Took it back to the ramp, noticed that, took the case off, noticed that piece out. But it's peeing good. It's actually peeing better than it did on my hose. So I think we're good for now. Just throwing a worm. I like to throw a worm, big worm this time of year. Switch through a couple colors. Actually, the first fish took my worm on a different spot, so I switched to a different worm, style worm, cut it down, caught one, and moved over here. Got that 4.5 pounder. I was thinking maybe we found an area, but maybe we didn't. That's why I went live. If not, we'll move around. Guys, would hit the like. I think you have to back out and you can hit it. Most of these fish are sitting on the bottom. They've sprayed out here pretty good. I didn't go shallow over there, but it seems like there's better grass deeper. And that's usually what happens. They spray shallow, it starts killing that shallow stuff, and then eventually that shallow starts coming back, and then it works its way out to the deeper stuff. So there was more grass out here deeper on this deeper little stretch. It's kind of a deep flat off this point. Oh, there he is. Hit it, reeling it in. He's feisty. Yeah, he's decent. Stay on, stay on, stay on, stay on. There we go, guys. What y'all think about that? So I might need to throw that speed worm around. The other one hit it down in the grass. About 2 pounder, a little over 2. Hey, what's up, fishing Key Largo? Oh, you fish John's Lake. Were you in that main lake? And I haven't been out there in a while. There's probably a little over 2, long and skinny. Go on, boy. Biggest was 3.5. A lot of 2s. That's good for that lake. I mean, I catch them. Usually, my best time of year on John's Lake is. Let's make sure this thing's charging. Is like March, April, May. Actually, more April, May. They start schooling really good around those canals post spawn. Trying to get this thing to. There we go. Now it's charging. On the edges of Main Lake. 2 Turnt Mason. Love your videos. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that, man. It means a lot. On the edges of Main Lake. Now the deeper water is on the reeds. The deep reeds are on the Main Lake on the very south end. Not really that I've found. There's some stuff that comes out. I always have my best luck on the East Lake, but because the Main Lake's really clear. Let's see if we can get us another. So yeah, a lot of definitely the grass is this time of year is usually out to 17, and it was probably what 13, and it's pretty spotty right now. I didn't go up closer than 11 feet, but the better grass is out deep, and there's a lot of edges in it. So I'm guessing it's probably eelgrass or peppergrass or something, because when they're targeting any of these lakes, they're hitting the hydrilla. They leave the others alone. So if your lake's all hydrilla, yeah, you're not gonna have anything. Now I've noticed that one of the lakes that I used to fish, they torch the grass, and now I'm seeing eelgrass everywhere, just on the bank. I haven't fished it in a while, but shallow eelgrass that wasn't there. So maybe it's allowing that better grass or native grass to kind of come back. But these fish really seem to like hydrilla, I'll tell you that. You guys are watching. Got anybody else on? Got 4 on. Live scope. Oh, show you all this one I just caught. 4.9. Good fish, skinny though. Live scope, you know, for the pros, I probably think they shouldn't use it. It'd be more helpful for the viewers and stuff. I mean, they're not catching mega bags like you'd think. They are at certain times. I don't have it, but I really want it because I feel like I'm fishing blind now, and my mind just goes to if I had live scope and I could actually see in front of me, let me just help you fish this cover so much better. I mean anything, grass edges, you can see what's there. You can see if anything's coming towards your bait. I mean, especially like wood. I mean, otherwise you got to mark it, move away, and kind of hope you hit it after you work on it a while. You can get better at it, but yeah, it would help you a lot. I was thinking that today. I was like, man, if I had live scope out here, I don't think it makes it easier to catch them. You still got to figure out how to catch them. Still got to use the right line, the right baits, get in front of them. But yeah, I'm thinking probably at the pro level, they should probably do away with it. Just because I didn't say it was horrible to watch, but it's just most people aren't doing it, and it's targeting those fish that are out, want to be alone and roam. So I don't know if that answers your question. Kind of rambled on. Thanks, babe. Yeah, it's not hot yet. That's another reason why I wanted to go live now, because I'm guessing we're supposed to get to 95. I'm guessing here in a little bit, these cameras are going to be shutting off. The motor seems to be doing fine, thank God. I was a little worried, a lot worried that maybe I did something really bad. And I think I just threw my worm off. Yep. Well, I wanted to get one more fish with it, but that is not going to happen. Just give you guys an inside scoop since you guys were as gracious to join me. Some stuff I don't normally show. Here's how I keep my worms, guys. Keep them all in these. This is my big worm bag. All my key colors. Mag 2s and old monsters in there. I don't even know if I brought an extra pack of these. Ooh. Go ahead and retie. I'd like to get out to Johns Lake. How was the water quality? I talked to a fish and game guy, and he was saying it's getting there. So that lake, when I first started fishing, when I moved here, I fished that lake a lot. And I really liked it. It was good. I mean, and then it got not good. They kept screwing with the grass. There'd be no grass, water be super clear, too clear. Then there'd be grass everywhere, super clear water. Next time you come out, there'd be no grass, the water be so freaking dirty. That lake can be tough because it gets so much pressure. And the ramp's not big, so it's not like a lot of people can fish it. But the locals, people that live on it, fish it a lot. But I'll tell you one thing, it's well known. Last year, maybe it was the year before, there were several pros when when the tournament started at Okeechobee. That's where a lot of them went. Caleb Kufal was there, Pippins was there, not Chuck, but the dude that's fishing the elites. And there was a guy I talked to for a little bit. His best friend was fishing the elites, and he was going to go to Toho, and the guy said, "No, I'll go to Johns Lake." But it's definitely an area lake. I had some good areas, and they always produced, and all of a sudden, they didn't. And then one of my better areas in the bigger lake, I guess it's the bigger lake. It's the West Lake. That shoreline, those shoreline reeds where they had built some new houses, they had tore all that up. And the lake got really shallow too, because all those people that live on it, they water their yard from the lake. So it was like when everything was getting really low, probably last year, at some point, man, it looked like a different lake. It looked so small. I don't know how much, because of the light, obviously, how clear the water is. I threw a crankbait for a little bit this morning. I could see it pretty far. This lake is typically about 8 feet visibility. Like I said, it's really clear, but with the grass gone, it's probably not that clear. It looks like it's really dark water. That was a really cool bite, that big one. Oh, it overflowed. It's clogging it up. Certain times of the year, these fish can really group up, and it can be a lot of fun. But usually, I like to come out here when it's really windy. It kind of pushes them to these grass flats. Here we got anybody on? We got 3 on. Ribbon worm, okay, that's my kind of deal. I usually my best baits, and I'll say it's your typical baits. Like I said March, well, April, May, June, that post spawn chatterbait when they're shallow, and then speed worm in the canals. Now, when they school up, and it stinks because I wasn't. That was before I was like when I was fishing it a lot. That was before I started doing videos. And you go in those canals, and there'd be literally hundreds, at least 100 fish would come up right in front of you. It's an amazing thing. I wish I could get that on video, but I haven't seen it since. Speed worm, chatterbait, and Cincos. And then top water, whopper plopper when they're schooling in the canals, when it's windy, otherwise trap. different like shallow, small crankbaits. I did good on. And then we were in the canal, and a storm, the popper one, it's one of my favorite topwaters. I can't think of the name now. The choke bug, the bigger one, was really good topwater. And post spawn up shallow frogs are good. Not frogs, but toads. Becky and I went out there and had a good day. I had a really good day, and then she kind of figured it out. Oh, there he is. There we go, guys. A little smaller than that other one. God, they hit good though. You guys see that? The lighting's not great, but long, skinny. Oh, he's gonna jump for me, aren't you? Nope. That's what I'm fishing. I think this is these old monsters are 12 or 11 and 10 and a half inches. So you're fishing a 12 bigger than an old monster? Because the mag monsters are 12-inch. You're casting to the reeds, bringing it out. That's interesting. Yeah, it's getting hot now. If it doesn't get windy and it's only supposed to be 5 to 10, it's gonna get really hot quick. I'll tell you, most people that I've heard, when they get live scope, they catch a big one. Like, I'll hear a story, oh, I got live scope last, a month ago, I got a 10. It really makes you feel like you're wasting your time, like throwing a jerk bait or something, because you watch those guys. I mean, how many casts they have to get it right in front of their nose? You're going, what's the odds I'm going to cast it right in front of their nose? I mean, obviously, if they're aggressive like that, they're going to come get it. And those aren't the fish they're targeting. They're targeting those that are roaming around. And I'm guessing, I don't know if you have it. I mean, I know people that have it. They're not catching them. You still got to learn how to do it. You still got to invest in the equipment, and you need to do it. But like I said, the one kind of was saying when the guys came to the chain, I mean, they weren't thrashing them. And they were talking about how bad the chain was. I mean, they were around them. They just weren't biting. So, I mean, they still got to be biting. You still got to have the right bait. But it would save you a lot of time. You go through these areas and you're making cast after cast. It'd be nice to know if anything's even sniffing at you. And you can make changes based off of what you're seeing. But still, like this, I mean, you've got to have that thing pointed at your bait. I mean, I'm sure it's not easy to use. Let's see. I want something moving over here. I'm throwing this Z-crawl worm a little bit. My first one came on it. So what color, if you're still on, what color were you using out there? It's funny, my best colors are not usually what the locals say is the best color out there. I usually use dark colors, but it depends. Like I said, that water changes a lot, but these fish don't seem very active. I don't see any commotion or anything, any top water action. I don't seem to want this over here. Let's see who got on. I don't want to neglect you guys too much. Really? That's cool. That's a cool way to catch them. That's right up my alley. Usually, if I'm doing that, I'll just be flipping. But Trying to work this little area. There's there's a lot of contours, and then this is like a deeper flat, but it's got the best grass over here. So I'm just kind of working this area. See if I can find a better spot on the area. It's funny you say dead sticking, because that's kind of how it was on the chain about a month ago. Like, they didn't want it moving. Well, we might have got all the takers over here. Good Lord, look at that bait. Come on, dudes. So you guys fish less or more this time of year when it gets hot? Like this, hopefully this is just a hot week because it's been crazy. Our air is acting like it acts. Our air conditioner is acting like it acts like in August, September, like the last hottest 2 weeks of the year. I mean, we got on. We got 6 on. What's up, guys? What's up, Kevin? Trying to catch one for. I got her one. Well, one good one. So probably working it out away from the reeds. These fish are really roaming a lot. They're not sitting in one spot. Maybe on to me now. Yeah, the water's not as clear as it normally is. It's very stained green. Yeah, I think that's the best patch right there. Let's see what it looks like up here a little bit shallower. Oh, it's not bad. Doesn't feel that great though. Hmm. Yeah, I'm guessing this is not hydrilla. It's either coontail or maybe some eelgrass, but so broken up. There's a lot of bait right there. trying to figure out how this grass is kind of laying, and it's not following contour. It's all broken up. So I'm guessing this is the non-invasive grass that's here. They've taken most of the hydrilla out. That's interesting. You'd think, well, I mean, I caught 3 off that spot, but usually you get even more than that. Good Lord. Bait sitting at 10 feet. Holy cow. Ton. I wonder what that is. Look at that, guys. Ton. Is that brim, crappie? Yeah, it's pretty clear. Throwing this OG Slim. Called brim something. I think it's the brim. Well, I don't want that. fish right there in 16 feet. Huh. All right, well, we're going to check another area. I need to see how that grass is laying over there. But check this other corner real quick. A little bit in a minute. Not enough grass over here. So there's one thick patch there. All right, we're going to roll over to this other corner. Got on. What we got on? We got 5. Wow, on a freaking Wednesday. So Michael Upchurch said, fish along the bank side where the rocks at bass should be sitting there. And those 3 are most common for Florida. Oh. So fish key larvae. Every time I think I know what one type is. Wait a minute. All the wrasse looks the same. Oh, one day I may learn. I don't know who to believe. Gotcha. Yeah, your pepper grass. It's hydrilla is. It's a little more. Just pull it up. That's what I did. I pulled up a chart, and now the coontail has those. They're like clump. They're like little honeycombs of grass. They're kind of on there, and then your hydrilla is kind of stringy, and then your pepper grass kind of has leaves on it, and then your hydrilla is just kind of thicker and stronger. And then obviously your eelgrass is like blades, fat, narrow blades of grass. So like I said, I had a scare with my motor on a Popka. I thought I must have sucked in a bunch of mud. I don't know what caused that hose to pop out of the engine. And it's a hose, your engine's here, your plugs are here, it's a hose that connects here and runs around. And when you're running water through it, it'll shoot out that hole with that hose gone. Now when it goes into that hose, I'm not sure where it goes, if it goes into the motor or out the motor, but that water was filling up the case, and that's probably the noise I heard. It was like a whistling or sizzling. It just didn't sound right. It was super hot. It wasn't smoking though. My hot motor alarm didn't go off, but I just knew something was wrong. And then it hit me that I ran my I left the motor running after I backed the boat in. While I went to the truck, came back, and I was like, oh God, I might have sucked a lot of mud in. Because it's on that lake at the ramp, you can't tell if you're riding in mud or not until you look and see the mud trail. And a lot of times you're just spewing it up, but I was like, oh crap, I probably sucked a lot of mud in the motor. But something caused that thing to pop off. Hopefully there's some grass over here. Wow. All right, we got some here. You guys still hear me? Forget about eelgrass? Why? Oh, you forgot about it. They usually torch this grass pretty good. I'm trying to think. The first time I ever fished it a few years ago was it was in the summer. It was tough, so I came out here. And I think the grass was like in 7, and then it was 11, then it was in 17, then it was in 21. So I think they torch it probably right around early summer, post spawn maybe. I don't know. I don't even know if they have a rhyme or reason when they're doing it. Goodness, the bait over here. That's fish, dude. I mean, look at all that. It's a ton. Yeah, the water is usually it's really green. It's usually more dark, more black, more tannic, even though there's no cypress trees on this. It's usually dark and clear. It doesn't look clear, but you don't really know because it's so dark until you look at your bait. But I'm guessing we probably got 5 or 6 feet. And like what I was saying earlier, when they treat this grass, let's not say spray, when they manage whatever they do, it usually starts up shallow and works its way out. And then when the deeper stuff starts dying, the shallower stuff starts growing. It started to come back. It comes back pretty quick. I mean, I've seen lakes a year later, it hasn't come back. I don't know what they did. They freaking dynamited it or something. Like it, they took care of it. Horrible. It used to be a good lake, and now it's. There's a shitload of fish over here, though. If y'all would hit that like, and obviously please sub to the channel if you haven't. We are here in Orlando, Florida, on Lake Underhill, and that is the 408 Bridge Expressway. And this is a beautiful airplane. So if you love highways and cars and you love planes, this is the lake for you. If you want to come out in nature and hear nothing, this is not the lake for you. But somebody told me recently you can't keep fish out of here. So if people abide by that rule, I mean, no fish are being taken out of this lake. I mean, I know they fish on the bridges and they'd probably taken them home, but yeah, you're not supposed to keep any bass out of here. I try to usually fish stuff that's going to keep the little ones away. You just want to come out here and catch fish, get you a wacky rig, and you can catch some good ones doing it too. But so as I told everybody, so I came here just because I wanted to make sure the motor was running. I didn't want to be out on the chain somewhere and it wasn't right. I debated on just kind of staying close around the bank and flip a popka, but I mean, in an hour or two, you can be in that lake. It's big, you know. I just didn't want to mess with that, not being able to crank up and get back to the ramp when I wanted to. Huh. Well, let's see if we can find a hard edge. That was a pretty good clump of grass over there. I mean, it was probably two of my boats. So just kind of for a reference, we're in 17 feet right here. We were in about 15 over there. It's basically a big hole, but I mean, you can have 20 feet on the bank. So that side's shallower. The bank is is pretty shallow. Not everywhere, but on that south end, mid-south end. Now this bank is pretty much all a straight drop. Some grass, still not. Well, kind of stinks. I was hoping to see something better over here. You know, that rock comment, I rarely catch any off the rock. I don't usually fish in there a lot, but I don't catch many under that bridge. And I've fished it, and you see fish. Now, when they've schooled, I've caught them, but I know people catch them from the bank around that bridge. But I mean, come like to this kind of lake and you make 100 casts in one spot, you're probably gonna catch one. I tend to go to the thickest grass I can find, the deepest, and the windiest area when I come here. The grass is just different than it used to be out here. Not seeing near as much bait over here, that's for sure, as I did over there. There was wads at every little break in the grass. So probably need to, a lot of times you just need to switch up your weights, switch up your colors, sometimes your line. You know, I'm throwing 20, I go to 15. Sizes, sometimes. I mean, I just like to throw big stuff this time of year, but if I got to throw a Cinco right now, I'll probably just go home. Which I've caught good ones on Cincos here, but usually when starts getting deep summer, you got to go back. But usually that first couple months, I get them on a worm. But these fish should be grouped up. I mean, it's 85-degree water temp here. I think the spawn happened later though. This is a clear lake, so it's going to warm up later, but I don't know when these fish spawn. They get spawned really early. I mean, last time that whole corner was matted. I came out here. That was actually the better area. That's probably where I should have started, but turtles. Surprising. I mean, I got out here really early and there was no schooling action going on. Now there was fish everywhere, suspended about 8 feet on those that deep edge, but no schooling. So I got a video coming out in the next couple of days, Lake Yale, my first time going. So please check it out. Something just came up there. Once again, if you haven't been to this lake, I'm in 18 feet right now. So like I said, it's deep lake. I think 20, probably 24 maybe is the deepest I've seen. 24, 26, somewhere around there. Okay, got some better grass right here. Good Lord, the bait. Let's see who we got on, guys. Let's see here. Oh, that's my grass. Shoot. Oh, shoot. Never let her idle par. Try to catch her. Andrew, what's up, buddy? It's going good, dude. Oh, Suzuki, you know, my boat guy, he's putting in a lot of those. Best price motor right now. Seems like every time somebody's getting a new motor, they're getting a Suzuki. So, yeah, that's interesting. You know, my next investment will probably be a new boat. I'll probably be out here until it gets hot. Somewhere around the past Key Largo, somewhere around the past Thanksgiving, I was on Underhill. They had a barge with a piece of machinery that was pulling the grass out of the water and loading it into the. Oh, that's awesome! There you go, Kevin. I got to find out about that. That's good. I had said on my last video, but I don't think I made. I think it was yesterday I was talking about it, but I didn't. My day got cut short. Like literally, I didn't even get out in the water, and then I just kind of fished around where I had stopped. I didn't get out past 3 feet, but there was a bunch of mats in that 2 foot area. There was some fish coming up, but I didn't get any. Becky's son-in-law, he works for a company in Gunnersville. Guy, They got a pavilion. They're setting some food truck thing up and just an area kind of hang out in Guntersville. And he has a it's called a dredge. It's the dredge or something. I think so they're all up the coast, but they rip it out at the roots, which to me that's a little scary. I mean, I don't know if you do it, obviously if you do it strategically or you do it in areas and leave other areas, obviously you don't want to strip the whole lake because that's probably take a while to grow back. Um, they've my areas on Apopka are torched. They're just stems. The grass is gone. So I don't know if it like I said here, if the spray has worked itself out and now it's hitting that outside area, or if they've just started spraying out in the main lake. But you get a stem and there's just little baby leaves on it, so it's starting to grow back. But I mean, that was within like a couple of weeks. It was good grass to nothing. There he is. Oh, that's a good one. There we go, guys. He's all right. Oh, he swallowed it too. Dang, dude. Gonna have to retie. He barely tapped it too. Dang. Well, that's a good sign. Kinda. Sometimes I can get these out when they're low like that. It's pointed down. That's why I don't use EWGs. They're almost impossible to get out. Let's see. Sorry, dude. Yeah, I got it. I use just a regular round bend hook. They come out really good. It's a decent one. Skinny though. Long, skinny. Fish are post spawn. It's probably 2.5. Something like that. There you go, buddy. Here he goes. What y'all think of that? Thanks for coming fishing with me. Yeah, we gotta have rain. I'd like to post a little something, but it's funny, as I was making my intro yesterday on Apopka, I said it's probably 2 feet down, probably the lowest I've seen it. And then I proceed to let the boat idle as I go to the truck, but shouldn't have done that. But I don't think that was the issue. I mean, I had it really trimmed up, idling out. Some reason that hose popped off, and I'm guessing it popped off because the motor got hot. Probably, maybe. Now I noticed the threads. It's a little connector. The hose connects to this plastic piece, and then it actually screws into the motor. It's right there where all the major nuts are for the motor, and it was kind of caked up. I didn't know if that was crap or what, but it looked like it's probably old, maybe old grease. So the threads were not very clean, and maybe it had just gotten loose because I noticed my my spray nozzle in the back. It was a little loose in the back, but for whatever reason, it did pop out, and that's probably what caused the motor to overheat. But like I said, I was just idling very slowly out there. My hot overheat light never came on, my alarm. And if it's working right, it should be, because my low oil light has come on recently. So where do you flip mats? Because I'll be honest, I don't ever have the lakes I fish. Well, I guess maybe because this time of year I go offshore. I mean, apparently Griffin, Eustis, I think they have some mats. The marsh up there, which I haven't been to any of those lakes yet. Most of the lakes I fish, they don't have a lot of that. They're not really shallow lakes. And Apopka, those little, they were shallow mats. I mean, it was like 2 feet around the ramp. But I'll be honest, that's where all the birds are hanging out. I'm gonna flip a mat. I want some water to be under it. Now Toho, I guess what's his name that just won it? He was frogging. He's frogging the mats. What's my dude's name? He's from Gunnersville too, but he went to Auburn. Um, and I met a guy at Dora a couple of weeks ago. He was telling me the South End. He was actually probably where he was at, because he was telling me frogs around that area on the South End. I've never been to Toho either. I'd like to go, I think. I'd typically rather fish offshore this time of year than mats, but whatever you got to do to catch them, that's what it's all about, right? Appreciate you guys joining me. Yeah, these fish are skinny. Now this, I'll be honest, I've come out here and done, actually probably, it's a really cool video too. I don't know if it says Lake Underhill, but there he is. Small. It was really matted out to like 17, and when the grass was probably at the hard edge was 17, and I'd never flipped, but I had setups to flip, braid, everything. Came out here, started flipping deep water, just flipping it out there, and I worked it back to me. That heavy weight getting in that grass, man, I had a freaking killer day. Just that, I think it was the reaction of the heavy weight going in. Um, Not your typical flipping, let's just tell you that. But it's like I was throwing light weights, fishing the edges, and nothing was happening. They were just ignoring the light weights. Flip that big sinker in there, work it back. A lot of times they would hit it on the initial fall. Yeah, let's test. I want to see what we're looking at water clarity wise. Yeah, so what we got about, that's not very deep at all. Wow, that's bad. Yeah. It's what, 3.5, maybe 4 feet. That's pretty bad for this lake. And that's with polarized glasses, so sun's not super high though. Yeah. I got no grass over here. This grass usually comes out to about right here. I have to watch this Tarova. It'll start wanting to spin that cord around. Hmm. Hmm. Well, that's it. That's it. Hmm. Well, they don't want my little Z crawl. So came up over there. Let's move up a little shallower over here and see before I go over there. A lot of bait. And 10. Jesus. I wonder what that is. I don't know what that thing. I wonder why. No grass over here. Huh. Not in the depth I want it. I'm not feeling a bunch up there either, so. Wow. This may be the least amount of grass I've seen on this lake. On this side. It's 85 degrees water temp. Yeah, these fish should be deep. Alright, we're gonna roll over on that corner, fish that, and probably check some of this stuff. Who we got on? Oh, my battery's low. This thing's not charging. There it goes. Hard to see, y'all. Hope y'all can see me. Oh, Toho's bad on the motor? Really? Mic working, camera froze. Okay, at least. Still working. Oh, I got one person now. Sorry, guys. Sorry the camera froze, but it wasn't charging. I got to get another mic. I think this connection's bad on this mic thing. Oh, Toho's off the chain now. I grew up there. Yeah, Jordan Lee. Yeah, I kind of do want to go. Don't go with bad water pump. I don't think it's my water pump. I think, like I said, that thing popped out. I'll post something because I took videos to send my boat guy, and I don't think I deleted them. I'll post what happened so y'all can see. I'm gonna move over here. Yeah, my charger kind of popped out again. It's real fickle for some reason. It's like I lost all y'all guys. Not much grass over here either. A little bit. Got tibia on. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I don't know if it was the heat or this little cord. I don't know if it's a cord or if it's my little microphone adapter. It's real fickle right now, and it wasn't charging. Make sure it's in there charging. Yeah, it's charging. Yeah, it was really grassy in here. There's no grass. Probably need to idle around the lake, see where the grass is, the best grass. Wow, that's crazy. It's a little patch right out here. Yeah, that's not good. Bass are suspended. Freeze again. All right, I'm gonna. Yeah, there's not enough grass over here. I'm gonna go and see if there's any. then we're probably going to go to my first little area where I caught that bigger one. And they own these little small clumps. I don't know if that's a little floating patch or there's some thick grass there, but let's see. Yeah, this looks like the calm side too. I think it was a north-northwest. North, it's like north-northeast wind. Oh, there's some visible grass. Eelgrass. This should be good. We got 8 feet right here with some eelgrass clumps. Not seeing any bait though. some fish. Huh. Hmm. All right, see enough over here. Gonna roll back to that other side. And we'll get on. What's up, guys? I got 6 on. Nope, don't have live scope. Camera's back on. Thanks, guys. All right, still charging. I'm gonna go back to my first spot. That's where I got that bigger one. What that is. All right. Good Lord. Yeah, there's so much more bait over here. So I want to stay around this bait and stay around this grass. We got more wind over here too. Biggin. I can't completely tell. It's pretty good. God, he thinks he's big. There we go, guys. That's how we do it. Golly, he choked it. Hey, dude. Barely tapped it, too. Ah, come on. Why are you guys swallowing it? That's why he felt so big. Hey, guys. Man, he swallowed it. They are freaking... They're not biting much, but when they bite it, they are getting it. It's only about a tooth skinny, long. Jeez. Let's see how much it weighs. I'm just curious. $2.8. Go, guys. Underhill bass. There you guys go. See that, guys? There you go, buddy. Man, he barely didn't feel him bite it, just started tugging on it. Buddy on. Thanks, buddy. Man. I hate hooking them that deep like that, but man, they are just not really giving me an opportunity to. Mine is thrashed. Might need to get a bigger hook. I feel like if I go to a 5 on this, they're usually more likely to get it deeper. run out of line. Oh wow. Yeah, I need some new line. Let's get shoot. Is that the first cast? Ooh, something just came up. Hmm. Better grass over this way. Hmm. Let's see who we got on. We got on. Sorry, guys, I'm talking a lot. 7 people on. Awesome. Key Largo. And South Maya and Marta head up Everglades. Morning by midday. Oh, that's awesome. Where do you fit? I mean, is there a specific place in the Everglades, or is that just? I don't know much about that area down there. Is that the whole area? So you're south of Miami. Oh yeah, Key Largo. Wow. peacock. I never caught any peacocks. I mean, I've seen stuff, vicious hits, strikes, top water. Obviously, a cool looking fish. Yeah, it's one of those days where you move up, you catch one real quick, and that's it. You move away, you come back, you catch one. Hmm. See if they want something lighter and smaller. I didn't feel any grass there. Goodness. Where'd my grass go? I don't like the way that looks. It's faded out from the sun. Let's see if they want the straight tail. Doubt it. It's faded out too. Might. Hmm. Well, they don't want light. They don't want finesse. That's for sure. Hmm. Okay, now we're getting some better grass here. I wonder where the hell it was. Jeez, ton of fish on the boat. Goodness, they stingy. Huh. Give me a sign. Give me a sign. That's definitely the best little patch of grass right there. Oh, here's some good grass. Hmm. Come on, dudes. Ends right there. Bluebird skies. They do not want to hit the wormy worm. Ooh. Can't even see, guys. Can't take it anymore. I have a few hours. I'm headed out there. I'll be in a gray and blue Gambler. Camera froze again. I see that. Why it keeps doing that? Sorry, guys. Back on. Thanks, buddy. So the Key Largo usually fish southern canals near 41. Occasionally make the longer drive to I-75, Alligator Alley, pretty much everywhere. Awesome, man. I gotta figure out how to get that mounted up here, guys. That'd be cool, but then y'all's view wouldn't be very good, huh? We're thinking there's some software that will communicate in my ear. I don't know, because we know there's one guy that seems to know what people are saying, and the camera's behind him. So, like a Siri that reads them. That would be. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna try. I don't know. They don't seem to want the lighter. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. But today they don't seem to want it. Goodness gracious. Should be. This is a pretty good patch right here. There's all right, we're gonna go over here. See how this grass looks. So far, so good. About 5 foot of grass, but it's just another patch. Yeah, I don't think they're in the chasing mood. I'd like to throw some moving stuff. I just don't think. I don't think they're going to chase it. I think we got to hit it right in their face, or we got to hit a wad. Man, there's clumps that are just got fish all over them, but you can't can't really fish it. I was going to move up shallower, but there's not grass up there, so I don't think there's any point being up there. Wow. Grass sucks over here. These fish should be like sitting ducks. Unless they're on the bank. I'm trying to find a section of grass that's thick. It's not just random little patches. time is it? 10:30. There's some good grass. Yeah. It's funny you think grass. Oh yeah, they kill the grass, man. I'll see those fish. Be really easy to find them. It's not. They don't. They don't get together. There's a lot of bait over here. No grass though. I don't know why it's sitting there. Jeez. D-plane! D-plane! It's Fantasy Island. There's so much bait over here. Well, I guess it was a little morning flurry, and that's it. Now you have to get those key areas, and you're gonna get. It seems like you're only gonna get one or two, and then that's it. I haven't found the spot apparently. See if there's any thicker grass, shallower. There hasn't been, but let me go up here. That looks like there's a clump right there. Could just be floating. Nope. Dang. Those fish will hang around those clumps though. Nothing. Let's go see. There's a floating patch. I think it's floating. Oh, no, here's some thick grass right here. See fish around it, but eelgrass. Poncho want my wormy. This water's a little clearer, a little shallower. So let's see it right there. Nothing else. He was hiding so good. Alright, gonna see what this grass around here, this little current turn looks like. And then go back to that corner again. What we got on? I'm at MM106. Oh, got some guys that live in the same area. That's cool. Can't really see your name. Oh, Stillo Funk Boogie. Oh, it's going to sleep mode. Yeah, I've got barely any juice because it came disconnected, and I think that's why it's freezing. It's not keeping up, charging it. Goodness. So I stopped here because there was a pretty good stretch of grass right here. A couple isolated bait balls too. There's grass, but it ain't great. It's mucky. These son of a guns. This color should be fine. Oh Lord. Ton of bait right here. Jesus. Oh my gosh, it's a ton. Look at that, guys. Man, I don't know what's going on. So much bait right here. Wow, I can't believe we didn't get bit. Well, that's crazy. Hmm. They is not one to eat today. I don't know why. There he is. Oh, he dropped it. Son of a joker. Dang, dropped it. Huh. Maybe it is the color. When they start dropping it, that's usually. This is just small. Could have been. Come on, we need a Underhill donkey.